Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on a scrapbook layout. Now, do you remember all those pages that I put together, for about 6 months last year? And I put 60 page kits together and I went to a crop and I made almost half of them. I think I did 26 out of the 60, so almost half. And I said it's not a loss because now I have page kits for my scrap room. Well, today's the day I'm going to start using them. I was actually downstairs and I started editing one of those videos that I did, at the crop, and I'm like, just go upstairs, take one of those kits and just make a page kit today with them. Like real time, instead of doing a voiceover, because I didn't feel like doing a voiceover. No, I just thought it would be fun to do this and get one of those page kits ready, done. I guess not ready, but just done, because they're still sitting in a bag in my scrap room. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with them. So I thought, let's do a page. And I think today it's going to have 3 pictures. I'm going to have a 4x6. Look at those little goats. They're just in the middle of the road. Like you would see just goats everywhere. They're so stinking adorable. They were, I don't know if I know for a chicken you would call it molten, but I don't know for a regular animal. But they were shedding, so they don't look the prettiest. I said this to my daughter, to show her. Look how close they are to that vehicle. There's a travel trailer going the other way, and look how close they are. And I have to say, people didn't slow down. It was like, slow down, people, animal on the street. It was so scary. So we pulled right over on the side of the road and we had our flashers on. That's one thing. Here, you see someone pulled over on the side of the road, you think, oh, they broke over, they broke down, or they have to make a phone call, right? There you see people stopped on the side of the road, you're like, ooh, animal ahead, slow down, you gotta see it. So it was a lot of fun. Oh, maybe I can use this because it's nice and bright. Maybe going this way, so then it kind of, instead of looking like it just goes into nothing, do you know what I mean? Here it grounds it because all the circles go to somewhere that it kind of ends. I kind of like that. I like if it was pictures of at nighttime, that would be perfect. But this brightens it up. Dark, brighten. So I think I'll go brighten. There was another one. There's this. I wouldn't use it this way, but I could use it this way. And I think I only want it like a 4-inch strip. How big is this? It looks like 5. Yeah. 5. If I'm going to cut it, I'm going to cut on this side. Let's try with this and see how we're doing here. See how we're doing. We could do that. And do you remember I had the cards that I put in there, and I put that piece of washi tape? So I went and found that washi tape. Oh yeah. I was going to say hopefully it works, but I think it'll work. It'll work. I'm going to try to make it smaller, like pull it off the page about it. That's not where I'm going to cut it, but just so I can kind of visualize if I'm going to like that better. I'm going to have one 4x6. Oh. See, I see the animals, but I just keep seeing, that, loving the mountains. Loving the mountains. So then I think I want to do 2 3x3s next to it. Or my intention, my intention was to do 2 3x3s here, right? So that would be 3, 6, 10 inches. So it would take up a lot of my real estate this way. Or I could do 2 3x6 this way, and I would get, although I was going to say I could get rid of that trailer, but I like the fact that you can see how close that they are. Man, decisions. I don't want to get rid of the mountains. That's the other thing. So I don't mind getting rid of, so if I do 2 3x3s this way, I'm going to get rid of the pavement. And I might get rid, like on this side, you still see, and you can tell, like look at the tire marks and stuff. It's like, that probably didn't happen that day, but I think these guys kind of cross. That's their goat crossing. Okay, so I think I'm going to go, I don't know. I want a little bit of trees in the background. So I don't know which way I want here. I want the goats somewhat in the middle of this picture. So I guess we'll go all this way, and now the goat's in the middle. Now that's very crooked. Let's try to fix that. Just like that. And then we need by 3. Yeah, I don't need all that pave. I like that I see the yellow line to kind of show that they were literally in the middle of the road. Okay. Now this, do I want this guy here? And then I can, you know, move it over. So let's see if I can, all this pavement, not needed. Ooh. But if I go all the way, I don't want to get rid of the skid marks. Oh yeah, that's 6 inches. That's why. I'd like to keep some of the skid marks just to kind of, you know. I'm going to end up cutting off the mountains. So I might not do this one. I'm going to keep that for another. So this one, I think I'm going to have to choose which goat I want. I really don't want to. No. I'm still going to do this one. I'm just going to go right to the most top that I can go. Oh, that cuts off all the mountains. Man, that bites. Okay, I like it this way. I wish I would have done this picture first. And I'll tell you why. Because if I would have done this picture first, I would have done this. Oh, you know what? Who says they got to be the same size? Who says? Maybe I can mat this one. Let's cut that down to 5 inches. I just don't want to cut those mountains. I just don't. So I might just do 2 pictures. Or I might do a picture up there. I don't know. Let's cut this down to 4, did I say? Yeah, 4. It's cutting off so much. Let's do 4.5. Let's do 4.5 to begin with. See if we can live with that. I might put this little guy here and then, you know, kind of do a title there. I really like this here. And then I don't need a lot of journaling. I know I've already done the journaling for this. Ooh, that reminds me. I have to look. See, P34. So I know that I gotta find the journaling for P34. There we go. And I already have my title all done up, so I'll keep that there. How much journaling? Oh yeah, that'll fit on there. No problem. So let's measure that. It's 3 inches. We'll make it a little bigger because I can stick it underneath the other photo, right? I don't know if I'll use that or not. Like I can stick it underneath the other photo. I gotta figure out what I'm going to use. Ooh, will that fit on there? Jeez Louise, that would make my life easy. Yeah. Do I want to leave a little gap? Then I would have to cut that down to 3 for sure. But that would give it a different look. What color is my title? I know I have it on, oh, it's blue. I could put my title right there. Look at that. Or I could move this way over like this and put my title right there. Mountain goats. I don't know if I like the whole, you know what I mean? Or if I like the break. I mean, it'll end up being the whole thing too, but this gives it another break. Do you know what I mean? And then if I put mountain goats there, I think I like it that way. And that's just totally a preference, right? Okay, let's start gluing down. I've been playing long enough. I'm just gonna, you know, play with the mat so that I don't even have to cut this down. I'm being lazy today. I don't want to cut this down. So I'm just going to use it the size that it is. Now I'm going to have to cut this down to 3 though. But that's okay. Just like that. Let's see how it fits. Fits beautifully. I'm going to glue it down so it finishes with that photo. And it'll be great. Okay. I might still use that other photo yet. I'm just not sure where I'm going to use it. Let's glue this down. I may or may not use that washi tape because that paper's white. Unless I really go like all the way underneath, I usually like to overlap it. Unless I put it on some white cardstock, and then it'll really pop. Do you know what I mean? But then it'll be like a white. How about a light blue? I wonder if it would look good on a light blue. Okay, so I got a light blue. So let's see how that would look. I think that would look okay. On the white would look okay too. And you know, my white is precious. I went to Michael's a couple months ago, and when I went there, it was buy one, get one half off. So I got 2 packages, and I'm on my last package already. So I had bought 50 white cardstock, and I'm almost out. White would look okay. What about blue? I'm just thinking up against the page, right? Can't really tell it's blue, but I'm wondering if it doesn't... You know what the problem is? Because I'm doing it separately, like one at a time, I can't compare. I'm like, yeah, it looks good. But how does it compare to each other? I like the blue. I think it's going to stick out more. This one, I was going to say it's almost done, but I still have a few. How many rolls of washi tape have you gone through? I feel in the last few years, I finished quite a few, and I think it's because what I started doing is I just put X amount, like I got one of those little containers at Michael's with the 3 drawers, and I there's quite a bit. There's probably like 100 rolls in there, but that's the only place that I go look for washi tape right now. What is going on? Jeez, I was scared I had cut too much off this paper, but it's too big. So let's cut her down. Because I only use those, like I always go to those first, I finished quite a few rolls. You always have your favorites, right? I definitely have my favorites, 100% have my favorites. And those, I seem to go through them a whole lot faster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That paper's still too big. Seriously. It's funny how some papers are like, they feel like they're bigger than 12 inches. They're from the same collection, so. Okay. I feel like now I want this in that blue. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to cut this out of blue. Oh, look how pretty that would be. Oh, man. Me and my tone on tone, right? I just love it so much. Make a decision. How big is this? I've already cut into this, so this is 6 1/4 by 7 3/4. Let's just try it. 6 1/4 by 7 3/4. The way I look at it, it's paper, right? It's paper. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just, I love this. I love that the tone on tone look. Now, what I might do, if I want to use this guy, I might mount him on red and make him pop. You know what I mean? Okay. Ooh, and the blue letters are going to look so snazzy on this. Snazzy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I was so sick. Well, I have stomach issues. You know, I've had that since forever. So, of course, on December 31st, there was a huge party here in our city because we hosted the World Juniors, like one of the cities that hosted the World Juniors. There was a major hockey game. They were playing it on the screen. And they had skating, they had a band playing, they had a ball drop at midnight, you know, all the fun stuff. I didn't go because my stomach was, not doing good. But Dave went, he brought Mason, he brought one of his friends to go with them too. When they got there, there was other players from their team that was there. So they had a blast. I think I read like 500 pages that day. So that was fine. The next day, it was still kind of bothering me a bit, but I'm used to that. At least once a month, I have tummy issues. So I think I'm going to put him here because he's looking that way. So that was fine. Life goes on. On January 3rd, Mason has a hockey game. It's in a city that's about an hour and 15 minutes from here. So we go. He was actually at my mom's house and they drove him. They were actually closer to the game than we were. They were about 45 minutes from the game and we were an hour and 20 minutes from the game. But it was all fine. We went to the game, went to see him play. And I have never been in a rink that cold in a long time. My feet felt like they were icicles. And it's funny because, I don't know, I saw this thing on, it was either TikTok or, you know, those Facebook advertisement. And they were saying, you know, per capita, the city that drinks the most coffee in Canada, it was this city that we went to. It was Miramichi. I'm like, no wonder, because their ice rinks are so cold. They got to have a coffee with them the whole time, which I did have a coffee, but it didn't help. Of course, I didn't wear my boots. I said, oh, we go again at the end of the month. I'm like, I'm wearing my boots. I'm wearing double pants. I'm bringing 2 blankets. Anyway, so we come home. I was so cold all the way home, and our seats are heated seats. So I had the seat blasted the whole way home. I had the heater. My husband was like, it's so hot. And I'm like, my feet, I just can't get them to get warm. So his game was fairly early. It was like at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I had time to come home and like work. You know what I mean? Like it was 10 to 11. By the time we left there, it's probably like 11:45. We got home at like 1:30. You know, it was an hour away. And an hour and 15 minutes away. I couldn't. I laid down in bed. I put my heating pad on. I wrapped my feet into it. As soon as I would get up, like, I can't even tell you, my body temperature would just drop down. I was so cold. My daughter that's pregnant, she came too. She came with us. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm still frozen. And she said, me too. I can't warm up. I'm wrapped up in a heating blanket. I wish I would have had a heating blanket. I used to have one. It broke. Anyway, about 8 o'clock that night, my nose started just running. Like you opened a faucet and my nose was running. So people that say that you can't get sick because you're cold, I don't believe in that. I think if you're already running low, you know what I mean? Because it was right after Christmas and I had done so much cooking and just getting stuff ready. And, you know, I was going from morning till night and go, even more than usual. You know what I mean? So I was kind of tired. And man, I said to my husband, I said, I think I thawed out. I thawed. And then, so that was like January 3rd. The 4th, I was like, oh, I don't feel good. But I still got up and I did what I needed to do, which came upstairs. I worked on a few videos. My voice was still okay at that point. My brain wasn't. You know what I mean? My brain wasn't. So I did that. The next day, same thing. And then in the afternoon, I just spent quite a bit of time. Thankfully, I had tons of videos to edit. So I edited a bunch of videos. So I kind of pushed myself for the next 2 days. You know what I mean? And then I got really sick. Then it was in my, you know, it was all head though. It was all a head cold. And then I'm like, okay, I'm stopping. So then I took a couple of days and relaxed and just, you know, really rested and stuff. And then I was sick like that whole weekend. There was 2 hockey games for the Wildcats. Mason and and Dave went. I stayed home. I was feeling better. Like I wasn't like a running faucet anymore, but I was just exhausted. Do you know what I mean? I was just tired. So I was just like, you know what? You guys go. Have fun. I'm just going to read some more. And you know what? Today's what? January 11th? January 11th. And I have 10 books done. 10 or 11? 10 books done, I think. And I mean, hello. That's almost a book a day. And it was like, I just read. I just relaxed. I think I came upstairs and cleaned my room. Like I would do stuff like in little spurts. So I would come upstairs and maybe, put a 15-minute timer on. And so the rest of the weekend, I really kind of relaxed. I did a little bit more stuff than I did on Friday because this was Wednesday, right? When was January 3rd? Yesterday was the 10th. So it would have been, so that would have been a Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, I still worked. And then Saturday, Sunday, I rested. And if my math is correct, so it would have been Tuesday that we were there. So Wednesday, Thursday, I still worked. Friday, Saturday. And then Friday, Saturday, I really didn't do anything. And then Sunday, I felt better. I did quite a bit of stuff like upstairs and that kind of stuff, but I still took it easy. I could have went to the game because I felt like myself again, but I was just like, you know what? You guys go. I'm just going to relax one more day. And I did. I just stayed home and I just totally chilled. And that was fine. Okay. Maybe I can do this. Okay. But man, when it hits you, whew, it hits you. Like my head, it just felt like I couldn't even think. But I was glad that it was just, oh my gosh, we got so much snow yesterday. So the plow is just having a field day right now. Probably just filled up our driveway. Nope, not too bad. We were, this year, I think, if they keep doing that, because the past years, what they were doing is they would take, because we live right at a corner, they would take all the snow from the corner and dump it in our driveway. I said, this year we're complaining. No. I'm talking like there wasn't that much snow, but there would be 4 feet of snow in our driveway. Are you kidding me? Like, come on. Like, that's a lot of work to get rid of that. So I said, this year we're complaining. If he can't back up and kind of move it into the, the ditch, no, you can't do that. You can't dump a whole corner's worth in somebody's driveway. Like, not cool. Oh, no. That goes there. I think I'm going to put these 2 here. I don't know what I want to do up here because my title is right there. I guess I don't need to do too much. I mean, that's pretty. It is pretty. Okay. So, all that to bring me to say, I was supposed to have a virtual crop this weekend, January 13th, 14th, 15th. And the way I was sick, I was like, I can't even, get ready for it. There's no way. I didn't know, in the throes of it, I didn't know if I was going to get, sicker and it was going to last longer. So I'm like, you know what? Let's move it to the end of the month. So it's going to be January 27th, 28th, 29th. And so it's going to be all 3 days. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I kind of varied the time. So, and I varied it even since I put it up, but I think only a couple people had signed up at that point. But I just thought it'd be fun to have different time because of my time zone, right? I have people from like Australia and the UK and like all over the world and the States, right over to California. So the time zones are so different. So I thought it'd be fun to do Friday night. We're going to go from 6 to 9. I was going to go 9 to 2 on Saturday morning and 9 to 11, but I find that's very similar. So people that 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 5 o'clock in the morning for them. That's 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 days in a row. So I'm going to keep the 9 to 11 on Sunday. And on Saturday, I'm going to go 1 to 6. So, and I feel that's kind of in the middle of the day. So it's going to be like afternoon for some, morning for others. And for some people like that are close to me, it's going to be afternoon or evening for others. You know what I mean? So that way we hit all the different time zones. So that's January 27th to 29th. And it's $10. We're going to do 10 different challenges, 10 different layouts, and we're going to chat the whole time. Like it's not, you know, I put out a challenge and everybody works on their own. You can definitely work on your own. Absolutely. But you get to work with friends because I chat the entire time. So it's like you put on the record, you know, you go to the link and then you have someone chatting with you. So it's like going to a crop, but you get to stay in your PJs all weekend, which I know sometimes you can go to a crop and stay in your PJs all weekend too. But you don't have to leave your house. And if you're like me and it's the middle of winter, I don't want to leave my house right now. I kind of like this, you know, love ya sign. I don't know where to put it though. I don't know where to put it. Oh, maybe maybe I can move this guy up. Like if I do him up there instead, which is fine, that's fine. Wait. Am I gonna have to cut off the shroom? I can put him over here. I can figure it out. Maybe put this guy up here like that. Okay, I can figure something out. And then we can put this guy here and it won't feel as, I don't know, alone, empty. I still don't know if I can fit this guy in. I just think he's cool. Okay, so we're gonna need a 1.5 inch circle. Ooh, I forgot because I put them away. Where did I put them? Did I put them away? Let me go get them. Okay, here they are. Oh my gosh, I love these guys so much. I can't tell you how much. Ooh, how much I love them. Okay, so let's take out a few of the colors. Okay. Let me see. What color do I want? I don't think I want to go dark because I want it to stand out against this paper. So maybe this color here, or maybe I can do this color here. This color would look okay, I think. This color would look okay. I think this would blend in too much. I'm trying to find something that's going to go well with these guys too. I'm going to go with this guy. Okay, so let's cut this one out. Oh, these were the first ones I printed. And I'm still going to use them. But I was trying to stretch the limit. They're almost 11. He couldn't make them 11. Well, I guess he could have, but then it wouldn't have had a black outline on the outside. So he stretched it as far as he could. And I love that they're all different colors. I know film strips are, you know, black, but I was just like, you know what? I want them all the different colors because these are one thing, just like the viewfinders, they are going to be a staple, you know, like staple foods like ketchup, mustard. These are going to be a staple for foundations. I think, oh man, we can use them in all the clusters. Now they have the little like divots there. Now you can just leave it on if you don't want to take the time. I just take my scissors and I go in and then I turn my paper. So it's easily cut out, or you can take a punch, a 1/16 punch, and cut them out. Or like I said, you can just leave it. It's just a little white spot, but I just wanted to have, not just to have a white or a black line, you know what I mean? Like just a straight line. I wanted some little divots here. What I love is that you can use the whole thing. Like if you wanted to make like one embellishment cluster, one huge embellishment cluster, like let's say that wasn't there, and I wanted to do one photo and you wanted to do one embellishment cluster, like what a statement that would do. Or you could use, oh my gosh, that's going to be our next layout. Use these and do sort of like this all the way down. Oh my Lanta, that's our next layout. And then you can cut them apart. Now what I like to do, okay, so figure out how long I want this. Do I want 2? Do I want 3? I think I'm going to go with 3. And then I just go ahead and I just cut it. And that's another reason why I like those little divots. It kind of gives me a spot that I can, you know, tells me where I need to cut it. Okay, now if it wouldn't be for that title, I would totally do that like that, but I can't because it's a title. So I think what I'm going to do is go behind. I'm going to go behind the title, and then I'm going to make it come off the edge like that, I think, for now. For now, I might end up cutting that off, but it's better to wait and decide after, right? Okay, so I'm going to do that. Go like this. And now I'm going to start building that cluster. I'm going to try and use the rest of those in the other clusters. Now this week he's working on smaller size. This, by the way, is 2 inches. So he's going to do 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and 1 1/2. I think 1 is going to be too small. How big is 1 inch? I think it's going to be too small. Oh, maybe not. So 1 3/4. Maybe he's going to do 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. 1 wouldn't be too bad. 1 1/2, 1 1/4. 1 1/2, 1 inch. Maybe 1 1/2 and 1 inch. I'm glad we're having this discussion right now. Okay, so yeah, 1 3/4 won't make much of a difference. 1 1/2 and 1 inch. I think when he gets up there, I'm going to have that discussion with him again. He just finished these yesterday, so he took the rest of the afternoon off just to kind of recalibrate. So he's going to start again today. So it's a good thing because he knows, you know what? He knows I change my mind. And sometimes things go finish for about 3 or 4 days before, I make up my mind, because I like to look at it for a while and then go, you know what? I changed my mind. I want you to do this with it. Like when he first did them, they didn't have an outline. And I'm like, don't finish them, because there's just something and I just can't. And of course my head was like this, right? That's when I was sick. So I said, my brain just can't think right now. So just wait. Hold off. Don't finish them. Because, once I feel better, I'm going to change my mind. And he loves me when I change my mind. He's probably thinking in his head, it's a good thing I love you, Mom. It's all good. It's all good. He's probably thinking, he's not a scrapbooker, right? So he's probably thinking, does it make a difference whether they're outlined or not? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Too funny. Unless you're a scrapbooker, you just don't get it. And I wish, I'll tell you one thing. I wish there was more of us out there. I was reading something somewhere. I can't remember where it was, but they said, even with the age of digital, that, for example, on my phone, I have 512 gigs. 512 gigs. Let that sink in. That's as big as a computer, right? Actually, the computer I have right now only has 250 gigs. So let that sink in. My phone has more storage than my computer, which my computer is fine. It was actually the computer that Josh got for when he went to art school. So it's a nice Mac. It's fast. It just makes me clean it up more often. I have, external hard drives. Whenever I'm done, with, classes and stuff, I just move it over to the external hard drive. There's no need to have all that stuff on my computer. There's just no need of it. Okay, I don't think that's going to work. There's no need of it. I wonder if I should go get a smaller one of these. Well, that took entirely too long, but did you see the size? This is just the smaller mushrooms. I think I'm going to make more files and do like mushroom 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 like together, because that's a lot, but I love all of them. And I love that I can use them, over and over. There's just some things like viewfinders, circles, labels, those film reels, the mushrooms, they can go on everything. I mean, I love these packages where you get different, but once you use them, they're gone. And I remember I had this pattern paper from, I can't even remember who it was from. Anyway, it was full of viewfinders. I don't think they were 2 inches. I can't remember what size they were. Anyway, I had bought like 2 or 3 sheets, and I was like not wanting to use them, because it was just, this is too big. It was just precious. And, this was way before Josh went to school and all this stuff. So when we were talking about doing this, and he's like, well, I don't know, Mom, like, you want me to, draw flowers? And I said, well, yes, but not just flowers, And then I, told him about viewfinders, and I said, that's got to be our first thing, because to me, it's going to be like a staple. It's the foundation of everything. And that's why we kind of started with that kind of stuff, you know, because to me, you need, when I look at my older layouts and I still like them, but when I look at them, I'm like, oh, they look like they're floating. Like nothing is holding them there. They're just kind of just there. And it's because when you're building your clusters, you should have like foundation stuff. So I like having, like, in this case, like viewfinders or circles, and then smaller circles, and then labels. And then now with these film reels, and at some point we will do doilies. I don't know how I want them to look yet. So I sometimes need to mull over stuff a long time. That's just how my brain works, you know? It's like the mushrooms. I knew I wanted mushrooms, but I had to mull it over. And then I made up my mind. And I love them. And the great thing is I know we can do, it's probably going to be a while before we do more, because we went above and beyond and did 6 of them, 6 different ones. But ooh, I'm sure someday we will probably do more. I don't know what I want to do. I want to do, maybe, I don't want to do that and that, because then it's like this. So what's the point, right? I could have just left that there. But maybe if I cut just a little bit off, I'm going to keep this part in. It's like the beginning of the other one, you know what I mean? There. I'm just going to have that sticking out like that. Okay, love it. And then I don't know if I'm going to have room for this, but maybe I can just kind of like, I'm going to cut it because then I can easily tuck it. Well, that's, easily is like, gotta say it quickly. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Awesome. Now let's put these together. Just like that. And then we'll put that last cluster together. And I like to put words on top of those. I put the arrows there because I didn't have the words yet, but I think I'm going to move those. Maybe put them, oh, I didn't leave myself a lot of room for my journaling. That wasn't very smart, but you know what? I didn't like that anyway, so let's move on over. Just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now let's look at words. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like extraordinary, because they were fabulous. Like that. Now, just a little word for here. Living large. I like that. Certified wild. Oh, beast mode. I like that. Yeah. When I sent the picture to my daughter, I don't know if I finished my thought. She was like, whoo, looking a little rough. Because I have another picture where he's facing, or she's facing, the camera. And you can really see the tufts and everything. I'm going to cut that down. I find it a little big. So it's all good. I'll cut it down to size. That's much better. Okay, now, I really love moving an entire thing. I wish I could just, I know you can take like a stapler and just staple everything through, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's do that. But it's never the same. It's never the same as when I had it. Never. Why is that? And I know I can take a picture with, you know, people say your cell phone, but I use my cell phone to film, so that doesn't work. So I could do it with my iPad, someone suggested, but I never have my iPad up here. And I just wing it. It's all good. Okay. Yay. Ah. Let's cut that off. So yes, and I ended up with some extra time because I was supposed to be part of something, and I won't talk about it, you know, say what it was or anything because it got canceled, but it's going to happen later on. Oh, I had words right here. Do I want to use, man, oh man. It's still going to happen, but it's going to be like in June instead, which, like I told her, it's probably better because I was going to get it done. You know, that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to take a day off. I'm like, I don't have time. I got so much to do. But so it works out. Like I was going to make it happen, you know. I was going to do double time, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't have done this today. Let me put it that way. I would have edited that video. It would have taken me way less time than doing this. Well, yeah, because now I still have to edit this video. So yeah, it would have. But where that got canceled, I'm like, hey. Yeah, let's just put 2 words in some spaces. Why not? There's only one rule. There's no rules. There. I'm going to put the true story down here. Oh, I could do the journaling in there too, right? I did a page for my patrons, and we use those for some journaling, a journaling spot. Okay, let's put some enamel dots. I'm not going to do the journaling on camera because I can't talk and even copy because it's just I'm going to mess it up. I know I will. But know that I'm going to do the journaling right away. Right away. Okay, let's do this. And let's get these all done up. Can't even see them on there. Let's move them over here. There, I knew I had a reason for putting that film reel all the way down so I could see my enamel dots. I haven't been using a lot of enamel dots. I've been using my Nuvo drops, which is awesome. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to take whatever's left. Well, first of all, I'm going to put all these back, but I'm going to put them right in a page kit right away because I still have lots of papers, and why not make another page with this? You know, I ended up using just basically that, and so why not make another page kit? I mean, that's still a nice, oh, and then the background. So that's two sheets. So that's, you know, I'm not mad about that at all. We pay quite a bit for our supplies. So the more layouts that we can do with them, the better. But if it just sits in your stash, then, you know, it's not going to do any good. It's not going to get done. So join me in challenging yourself this year in making, choose a number of layout and do that. Now, I didn't glue these down. What I'm challenged myself to do is one, to do 100 layouts on YouTube. And I didn't do a very good job at numbering them last year because I did a bunch, on lives and stuff. I didn't count those, and they count, right? They definitely count. And so I didn't count those. So I need to be better at counting those. And then, of course, every live that I do, I'm going to keep count. There's an app on your phone you can put, it's called Counter. So I'm going to keep track there. But I'm also going to keep track on YouTube. So if you look at my videos and you see, 5, I think this might be 4 or 5 of 100 in 2023. That's what I'm counting. I'm counting how many layouts I'm going to do here on YouTube. Now, about 13 of them, or whatever the number is, it's going to be some that I did at that crop because I'm going to upload those videos. But most of them are going to be like new layouts I'm going to do. And then as far as how many layouts I want to do between, Patreon and just for fun, I want to do, how many days is there in a year? 365, 364, depending if there's a 29 or not, or 366 if there's a extra day or not. I don't know. My brain is not still fully recovered, people. I'm just saying. So I want to do one for every day of the year. How's that? So I got a ways to go. I'm just going to say I have a ways to go, but that's okay. I'm going to aim for that. So, you got to have goals. And I think I'm going to try and do a goals page. Maybe that's going to be the next one I'm going to do. Do a goals page. That's always good because then you write them down, because that's the premium thing you need to do is write them down. So I'll just tell you right now, I want to read 100 books. I'm already 10 in. I want to do a page for every day of the year. So I might be behind on that. Maybe not. We'll see. But when I prepare for something, then all of a sudden, like, on January 27, 28, 29th, I'm going to do 10 pages in that weekend. So, it's a great way to get a whole lot done in a very short amount of time. And I think I want to lose another 10 pounds. I had lost 14. I gained like 3 pounds over the holidays. So I'm just down to 11 now. So I want to lose like 10 from, obviously, I'm not going to say what I was before because I did gain 3 pounds. So I'm going to count those 3 pounds in the 10 pounds because I gained them. And so another 10 pounds this year. And, exercise more, healthy stuff, eat better. Oh, I want to start, I'm going to start making videos here because, we're all crafters, but one thing, we all have to eat and we all clean. So I really want to get my life together this year. That's one thing. So I figure if I commit myself to filming it, I'm going to do it, right? Because then I have a pact with you guys to just do it. So one of the first things I want to do is clean my Monica closet. I might not start with that. And so what I'm doing is dividing. Anyway, we'll talk more when I'm actually doing those videos. But expect a lot of different things this year. I'm still going to do some scrapbooking videos, obviously, because it's my passion. I love it. I'm still going to do some diamond painting videos just because that's sort of like my downtime. But if I don't film it, I don't do it. So sort of like I said with the other, right? If I could film myself reading, I would do that because then it would force me to do it more. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. So whatever works, I'm going to do to, be maybe a little bit more successful than I was last year in getting things done. So that's it, my friends. I have like 30 some of those page kits that I have sitting in my room. I don't plan on going on any crops soon. So I'm going to be doing them with you, like videos like this. And this week, tomorrow actually, join me. I'm going to be doing a live, but we're going to be working on my December daily because I did not do anything since we last worked on it together. Look what I just found. What is up? I just threw that out? No. Okay, let's put that in there. Okay, squirrel. Yeah, I haven't done anything since the day that we did it together. So definitely am going to be working on that. For tomorrow's going to be the last day. So I'm going to, give it my all. I think I have 15 done up to now. So tomorrow's going to be a marathon. Oh, and I forgot to say the virtual crop, that's kind of like how I'm treating it, like it's a marathon. So Friday night is going to be the warm up. So we're doing 3 hours. Saturday is the marathon. So we're doing from 1 to 6. So it's 5 hours. And then on Sunday, it's the cool down. Time to, get back to reality. We got to go back to, Monday and work and all that. So that's going to be the cool down. So check that out. That is available right now. And we will chat to you tomorrow during the live. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.